Welcome back, traders. Jason here with ForexTradersLive.com, and wanted to welcome you back. It is Tuesday all day long, and what a sideways day we are having in the markets, and over the course of the last week in general, just not seeing a whole lot of directional movement. That puts us in a position to make qualified decisions about how to trade. So we do what we do when those type of situations come up, and we do nothing. And like I talked about with the guys in the private client group last night, the importance in these type of situations is just staying disciplined about not going out and looking for something to trade. And as you can see, the call that we put out last night for you guys and the evening before for the private client group is this sell that we had at about 192.89. And as you guys can see here, looking at this chart, as the Aussie dollar has rallied right up into that 1414, looking left against that structure resistance area, we went ahead and got short right in there. And as you can see, the market has pulled back and then pushed up. We made a run at the beginning of this morning, back up to retest the highs. We weren't able to get there. The market pulled back, and now rallying again back up into that 9300s area. It's really interesting if I drop it down to a 15-minute chart and we take a look at the consolidation that's happened across the since we moved up into that area. And as you guys can see, market pressed up here on the left side of your screen into our sell zone, which is where we ended up getting short, and then the market tracked sideways. We had a little pop, but then quickly pulled back, and then we came back down to what is now the bottom of the channel, and you just see this beautiful channel that's formed up right in here. Now, we're going to talk about some of this in the private client group tonight because there's some things that I want to point out to you, those of you who are part of the group. But we are still expecting this pullback here. The things are starting to, are continuing to look relatively good for, a pullback back out on the 4-hour chart now, a pullback on this Aussie dollar. Now, where are we going? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Those in the private client group have that information available to them. And that's about it on Aussie dollar. Let's go ahead and take a look at one other, I think it's USD yen, and have a look at that chart. Yep, guys, dollar yen here on the 4-hour chart, looking left here, 618, 127 confluence, and we had that bounce right off of there. Then the market's pulled back, and we've consolidated back along this line here. This actually would not be a terrible position to go long. I'm not going to call it at this point, mainly because we've also got a potential Gartley pattern forming up, and we'll talk about that behind closed doors here in a minute. But I hesitate to get long despite all the other things that we're seeing in here, just simply because of that Gartley pattern completion. And once again, we'll take a look at that here in just a minute. But this is something where, obviously the market has found an area of support. And assuming that this support holds, the market could very well rally. And if it does, then we'd be looking again, being counter trend traders for an area to get short. But for right now, just kind of wanted to show you this area of 618, 127 confluence and what power these Fibonacci's have. It's no accident, traders, that again and again and again we're able to, with a high degree of accuracy, pinpoint areas of consolidation, support, and resistance in the market using Fibonacci patterns. Okay, these exist, they're the real deal, and if you know how to use them, they work very, very well. And so, as I point this out again and again, we're able to sometimes within a matter of 10 or 15 pips call a top or a bottom. Now while that doesn't happen all the time, that's an extremely valuable skill to learn. But anyway, dollar yen could be seeing an area for a reversal back here to the north. But again, there are some other indicators that are telling us that we may be pressing back down into previous structure support right down in here at around the 8800s area. So we'll just have to watch and monitor it and see what happens. But I wanted to go ahead and point it out to you just for general purpose. One of the things that we want to do as traders is, if we're going to be technical traders, is to begin to train the reticular activating system, or that little piece in the back of your brain that tells you what to pay attention to. There's some cool stuff that we can do with that, and we'll do a different day for it. But basically, the concept is the more I point this out to you, the more your brain begins to recognize it as it's happening, and the better attuned you become to recognizing the pattern formations as they occur. What seems like nothing but bars and junk to you now, if you're brand new, soon becomes recognizable pattern formations that you can see with the naked eye. So that was one of the things that I wanted to do here today for you guys. But that's going to be it for tonight for the free portion. And now let's go ahead, those of you in the private client group, and break this thing down a little bit more.